What's going on, everyone? CameronBlazeIt here, welcoming you to week 2 of the PBA Season 3. I am the coach of your San Antonio Salandits, and today we are taking on Taith, the coach of the St. Louis Talonflames. He is 0-1. We are 1-0. We are coming off a great one last week when Cartana got a lot of kills, and sadly we are not bringing Cartana this week as much as I wanted to. And he brings, and Taith is coming off a hard loss, lost 5-0 week 1. But he's looking to bounce back. We're trying to keep our lead going as we are in second place in our division. Not that it matters this early, but every single game matters. So, it's that. So, he brought a lot of what I expected. I'm kind of surprised to see the Incineroar. I kind of just thought that he had much more threats on his team. If you missed out on the team prep, be sure to go check it out. Now, before we get into that, question of the day. ABL Season 3 is about to be here. The draft is started. It's about, it's going good. It's doing what it needs to do. And, who is a Pokemon you want to see me use in format? Now, I'm going to tell you right now that we have already done, few picks. I think 3 or 4. Can't really remember off the top of my head. But, our team's looking really snazzy really soon, and I think it's better than our PBA team. That's kind of hard because I think our PBA team's the best team I've ever drafted. But, alright, so to get into the battle. Now, it leads on his end. I'm kind of expecting. I didn't know what to expect because he has a very offensive team, and then Toxapex. I was kind of expecting a Mega Pidgeot lead to, U-turn, get his Mega Evolution off immediately. I kind of wanted to do the same. I also wanted to lead Piloswine. Piloswine actually had a pretty good matchup against his team. And then Jolteon was there too, because I can freely fire off a Volt Switch outside of the Thundurus, but then we can HP Ice it, and etc. So, I end up deciding to lead with our Mega Charizard, and we're going to see what he leads with. Be sure to hit that like button. We're going to put it on normal speed, and here we go. So, he's going to lead his Incineroar. And, fun fact for you guys, when I did my team prep, I apparently scrolled right past a very important move for this young Incineroar. And that move is Earthquake. Now, my bad, I'm not 100% perfect, but I didn't know Incineroar got Earthquake. And looking at his team, I was like, well, knowing that I have a Florges and a Kartana, there's no way he's going to have Outrage. The most he can do to me is Bulldoze me, and that won't kill. And if I set up a Dragon Dance right here and he swaps, I can just completely decimate his entire team. It's gonna be fan-fucking-tastic. But he gets Earthquake. And we actually can live in Earthquake unless he's Choice Band. Adamant Choice Band. If he's Jolly Choice Band, we can live on a roll, I believe. But when I'm gonna click Dragon Dance, and I'm gonna tell you why, because I predict the Toxapex swap. I'm just like, there's no way he's staying in. He's going to go to Toxapex, and then 2 Earthquakes will kill him even after a Haze. And then we can kill a huge threat to his team. So, I'm going to Mega Evolve. I'm going to click Dragon Dance. As I see he doesn't swap, he's going to click Earthquake. And I am a dead Charizard. So, oh my gosh. So, alright, so I can't really explain that. I just let my Charizard die turn 1. Oh my god. Now, if you don't know what our entire plan was, it was to sweep with Charizard. Now, leading with it, not my smartest idea. But I saw a hole, and I could just completely put on a lot of pressure, swap, and then preserve it for late game. And again, I expected the Pidgeot lead for him to get his Mega Evolution off. I expected him to just lead that. It was like, well, he's going to want to get that Mega Evolution off, so he can then outspeed my... Well, he could have outsped my entire team outside of Jolteon anyways. But, it was just like, oh, this is a good play. And then he lets Incineroar, and then I realized he can't touch me. And I was just, trying to remember what I said in the team prep, because that's what I usually go back to. And I could have checked, but I didn't. And he was Adamant Choice Band. He was the one set to kill me. He was the and he had Earthquake. I'm just not gonna let that go. That one stings. I'm gonna admit that one stings a lot. That I just did that. But we still had a good chance with Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee took Koza's entire team outside of Thunderous, and yeah, that's it. So Hitmonlee is our win con now. We have to keep Hitmonlee healthy. We gotta wear down this team. So we're gonna lead. We're gonna go for our Stealth Fox, I believe, or are we gonna go for Earthquake? I almost went for Earthquake. Yeah, I'll go for actually Icicle Crash. Okay, hear me out. Earthquake here is so obvious. I don't understand this play at all on Taith's part. There's a few plays. I'll explain. This is one of them. Swapping in Terrakion right here was probably one of the silliest things I've ever seen Taith do here. Because Earthquake is so obvious. And I was like, well, for sure he's going to go to his 3 swap-ins to Earthquake, which are Latios, Mega Pidgeot, and Thunderous. And I was just like, if you look at it, Piloswine hits his entire team for super effective damage. Icicle Crash hits the Latios, it hits the Mega Pidgeot, and it hits the Thunderous. And then Earthquake hits his other 3 Pokemon. This is like a wall breaker at this point. This is a win con. I've never said that before. Piloswine was a win con. And he swaps in his Terrakion against it, so I was super confused. I was so confused. I do not understand this play. But I'm going to pull a swap because I cannot let it die. I go to Mesprit because it walls it, and he's going to go for a close combat. So, make a good play there. Now, I'd say to myself, I'm going to just let it play off. So, I'm going to go for a Psyshock here as he swaps to his Incineroar, and I wanted to make that play and just not do that, but I get played here. I have to swap because of Darkest Lariat's coming, and he's just going to go for a U-turn, so very good play on him. We're getting just played by this man, as he's going to go to his Thunderous T. Now, what's a good swap into this thing? We have our specially defensive Piloswine, and we have our AV Mesprit. Mesprit can 2-KO, but Piloswine can OHKO, and he'd have to land 2 Focus. He would have to land a Focus Blast or 2 for him to kill me, if he has Focus Blast. So I'm going to swap to Piloswine to kind of just scout out what he's going to do. Plus, the Thunderbolt's really obvious. I could go to Jolteon and I can eat it up. Mesprit, hindsight's best play. But I'm going to go into our Piloswine, and I'm going to take a Focus Blast straight to the face, and that's going to tell me he's actually Life Orb. I'm just like, what the heck? Because at this point I'm just like, well, what's his last move? Because he's going to have Thunderbolt, he's going to have Volt Switch, he has Focus Blast, and I don't know what his last move is. So I'm just like, maybe he can't touch me, maybe it's like Hidden Power Ice. Like, I don't know. And instead of doing the smart thing and swapping, we get Sludged Wave. We're down. We're down 6-4. So we're going to take a Thunderbolt. And we're going to go for a U-turn. Because I thought for sure that Ice Beam was obvious, because Mesprit usually carries those. So I have to go to my Jolteon, and I click Volt Switch here, I believe. Predicting him to swap. Now I go for HP Ice. I got played again. So I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, and it's going to do about 39%, and right now I have no swap in, so I have to go to a Manaphy that can live Flare Blitz, and it lives, so right here, my play is, I go for Substitute, because we can actually, like, completely wall him. At some point we can hit a sub off, and then we go for our appropriate move. We can't hit the Toxapex. I ran Substitute. I know I shouldn't have, but I ran Substitute. Hindsight, again, I can't believe I did it, but I ran Sub Tail Glow. I wanted to put Psychic on there, and I didn't. So, like, don't know what you want from me. So, I'm going to go Substitute. And for some odd reason, he stays in. He's literally just sitting here like, oh, I'm just going to sack off my primary Wall Breaker. And now Manaphy's at 18%. And I'm going to click Scald, but guess what? He played me, goes to Latios. And I almost click Ice Beam here, predicting the swap. But there was just plays I could not make. That was one of the plays I could not make, because I just couldn't. So I'm going to go to Mesprit. And he's going to go for Psyshock, and I have to sack off my Mesprit, because I have no swap in. My play is to go to Hitmonlee and try to sweep. But first, I'm going to go to Jolteon. I couldn't get damage off the Toxapex. I found out he's Choice Scarf right here. I thought he might have been like Expert Belt or something like that, but a Shadow Ball is going to come off, and it's going to do exactly enough how much we're going to need, and Life Orb is going to take me out. So I got to go to Hitmonlee. And Hitmonlee is going to click Fake Out. And we get a crit, which does not matter, because with Unburdened, we will outspeed the next turn. So that doesn't matter. He's going to go for Baneful Bunker, and we're going to go for Earthquake, so we are not affected by that. Now, unless he's specially defensive, Earthquake doesn't 2-go. So, now he's going to Skull. And we're going to be in a waiting game for a while. He's going to go for... I'm going to go for another Earthquake, and it's going to do 44%. And update, he has Recover. So, this is going to be a long battle. I'm going to upgrade it to Fast. I go for Knockoff, predicting him to Scald. And he's going to click Recover. He's going to be up to max. We're going to Earthquake. We're going to do 46%. He's going to Scald, and we don't get burned. I'm going to go for Earthquake. I'm knock him down to 9. He's going to go for Scald. I thought I had a chance here. He goes for Baneful Bunker. I go for Earthquake. I think I go for Knockoff, predicting the Thunderous Steed, because why would you go to Terrakion? But I outspeed, so I could just go for Earthquake. He's Focus Sash Terrakion. What the heck? So then he goes to Talk Specs. He's going to pull a double out into Incineroar, sacking it off, which is kind of weird, but oh well. And then he's going to go back out in Talk Specs. So we've brought this back from a 6-0 to a 3-0. I'm just going to keep firing off Earthquakes. And I'm going to do 44% as he goes for Skull. He has to swap here, so I think I go for Knockoff. No, I don't. If I go for Knockoff there, I have a chance to win. I hope you realize, because look how much High Jump Kick did. If I literally go for Knockoff, I have a chance to win. So, because High Jump Kick can OHKO the Mega, will do enough to Pidgeot. I don't know if it'll do enough, honestly. It doesn't matter at this point, because I lose 2-0 to my man Taith. Good luck and good game to him. Hopefully he has a better season. He played in-game very weirdly, in my opinion. He could have played that out better. But at the end of the day, he still got the win. So, shoutouts to him. I played very, very swappy this match. It's not my best match at all. Didn't know Incineroar got Earthquake, and it ended up costing me my win con. He read me really good, and then made some interesting plays. There was multiple. I just don't. My head hurts. Okay, the knockoff into Terrakion, that wasn't a good play. The Earthquake. I mean the Pilot, when he swapped it on against the Piloswine, it wasn't a good play either. And the entirety of him playing with Talk Specs, I do not agree with. And then Flare Blitzing with Incineroar, I don't agree with. Because, because I couldn't set up a Tail Glow either way. Whoops. Did that mess up my vid? No, it didn't. Okay. Alright, so, what I was saying was, it didn't, because I couldn't set up a Tail Glow anyways. If I set up a Tail Glow there, he could just kill me. Alright, so, I wasn't going to Tail Glow. We both knew that his Flare Blitz would have killed me. But he had to know that Incineroar was, his way of killing Manaphy. Because I thought he must have had Sucker Punch at one point, and to stop my Manaphy sweep, he would need Incineroar. Let's say I do get it behind a sub and he swaps, he would break it with, Pidgeot or Thundurus, and then Incineroar could come in and then kill it with Sucker Punch. To me, that's a better play, because, again, I mean, it worked out for him. There's just times I don't agree with it. Yeah, it was just a really weird battle altogether for me. I just, lost. I was super on tilt, halfway through the battle. I was just why am I playing so bad? Why am I being so easy? I didn't even, make bad plays, in my opinion, besides the Incineroar run, against Mega Charizard. I made smart plays. I Earthquaked. I Icicle Crash, predicting the 3 of his Earthquake swap-ins to swap in, and he goes to Terrakion. To me, that's just weird. And yes, it works out for him, but I don't know. But getting to him, really cool team. Again, I think he has one of the better teams that has just a few holes here and there, but like I said, if he patches it up, he will have one of the best, and he can make a run for playoffs, in my opinion. We are now 1-1. We are still ahead of Taith. I think we dropped to 3rd or 4th in standings because of the loss, but week 3 will be upon us soon, and I will get that one up on time. So yeah, I'm recording this a little late because I had to be somewhere this weekend, but I'm here, so luckily we are good. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. If you didn't, let me know why. Subscribe if you were new, and I will see you guys I'll see you guys on Thursday for IPSA Teambuilder, and then Friday for the battle. I'll get it, pal. Bye.